What's good, questionnaires? You know the voice. It's me. It's Julian. And this episode is going to be a rerun of Job of Your Dreams because for several reasons, actually. Still trying to rebuild the catalog of people that happened a couple months ago. I was out visiting family, and then the day that I wanted to do all the editing, I was doing errands, fixing my car. You you know how that is. So, but I haven't missed a release date yet, and I don't want this to be the start. So here's the episode. My 7 days will be on the Patreon. Link will be in the description if anyone wants to see how I've been. But yeah, enjoy the episode. Welcome back, everyone. You know the voice. I am Julian today. My name is Mr. Nobody, and with me is, well, not Tyler. She's very unperceived today. Very unperceived today. Something came up very last minute, so she can't be here. But I'm not alone. I already told you I'm not doing this alone. And we have a guest. We have a guest today. And this guest is not a dog person, but he has the voice of someone who will either like to get wisdom from or have a great time. Watch some of his episodes. He's been doing podcasting not for 10 years, not for 20 years, but for 25 years. This cat right here is a cool, calm, blue cat. I don't think you heard me when I say this cat right here is calm, cool, collected, a cartoon cyanide cat. Let me introduce you to Bob.
Hey, calm, cool, collected.
Calm, cartoon cyanide cat.
How's everybody doing? Huh?
Yes, everyone. If you do not believe that I am talking to a blue cat right now, that is not Gumball.
That's right. Yeah, Gumball. Yeah, I'm not Gumball. My best friend's not a fish. I don't talk to a cloud counselor person.
Oh, perfect. Yes, I'm so glad you also know about Gumball too. This makes it so much better.
Oh yeah, I'm aware of Gumball. I've watched a few Gumball episodes.
I like to hear it. And so, yes, this is Bob LeMent.
With your relationships.
If you want, we can switch up the question.
No, go ahead. Ask your question.
Perfect, because I'm like, I'm not prepared for this one, but let's see what I can do. But yes, the question is, how do you get to your dream job? That is just.
How do I get to my dream job?
Yes.
Well, I would just probably walk, and then I'd lay down, and I'd probably take a nap. That would be a dream job, wouldn't it? You don't want to know what the dream job is. You want to know what the steps are to attain a dream job.
Well, Bo, let's go with Bo. What is your dream job, and how do you get to your said dream job?
Oh my gosh! Okay, whew. These are ponderances here. Let's not say what the dream job is yet. Let's go for the steps. So I think stepwise, if you have something, no matter what it is, whatever goal you have in mind, you have to kind of fixate on it. You know what I mean? It's not always best to be obsessive, but if you're going to attain something that's a little bit out of your reach, then you probably need to obsess a bit, don't you think?
Just a little bit, because how else are you going to get there?
Exactly. How else are you going to get there? So I think you need to put that down. So I always say there's always this thing where you write stuff down, right? And there is this weird connection, I think, between doing things tactily, right? So with your hands and so forth, and then having that then imprint upon you to its importance. And we're kind of get away from that a little bit in the digital world, because we don't have to touch things or handle things or anything like that. So it's a little bit different nowadays. And maybe we will, as human beings, we'll get away from that. But I think it still serves us because, you know, that's kind of one of those raw, emotional, kind of connective things that people have, right? So I think you got to write it down, and then you probably want to put it somewhere where it's like a daily kind of situation. So the refrigerator, on your mirror, you know, wherever. I mean, nowadays you could just do it digitally and put it on your phone and on your lock screen.
True.
So that every day you see this, because then it becomes front of mind, not back of mind.
That is true.
And so then that way you always keep your goal in mind rather than, you know, you get busy, you're, you know, pissing people off left and right, new people that you meet, causing trouble, you know, and you lose sight of what you want to do. So that would be my first step, would be to put it in front of mind, however you need to do that, right?
I like that.
Yeah, and then that way, you know, you won't lose track of it, because it's so easy to lose track of things as you get going in life, because there's so much else happening, you know. You go here, you go there, you know, what have you, and you just go, yeah, okay, I'm gonna forget about that because it just seems so out of reach or hard to attain.
Oh yeah, something that I just thought of when you said write it down. This was just a really random thought of mine. Is that you can put it on your bathroom mirror, like after you take a hot shower.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, the steam thing.
So every time you take a shower, the message is going to be there until you put it in your mirror again.
Okay. I mean, that's an idea, but maybe your dream job is like a paragraph long or something, and that may be kind of difficult.
Ooh, yeah. Then you might run into some issues there. But
if it's like, you know, policeman or firefighter, you probably get away with it. But if you're like head of SpaceX, you know, CEO of SpaceX and Tesla or something, then maybe you're running out of room. I don't know.
That mirror might not happen. But for me, I think because I also write things down, but I don't write them down and then keep them in the forefront. I kind of write them down and forget about them. And I was like, oh, I've done that.
Because you didn't put it someplace where you're going to look at it, right?
But I know for me, I think the way you get to your dream job is a little bit of luck.
Well, we were getting it. They didn't let me get to that part. That's like step 4.
Step 4.
We're on step 1, right?
Yeah. What's
the luck comes down the line, yeah. But you know, you are right. There can be a little bit of luck, but I think sometimes you make your own luck, right? So, let's say, you know, your dream job let's say your dream job is in the entertainment industry, right?
Okay.
And you live in Georgia. I don't know. Maybe you live in Kentucky, Tennessee. What's the likelihood of you getting your dream job in the entertainment industry living in Kentucky? I mean, there's not like a lot of big companies. Paramount doesn't have an outlet office in Kentucky in Bowling Green or something. And so you have to go to where it's at, right? So you have to go to California, you have to go to Los Angeles, or you have to go to New York, depending on what you're looking at, stage or screen, television, so forth. Streaming. You could go to Toronto, Canada. A lot of stuff there, right? Vancouver, Canada. Again, a lot of production in Vancouver. So you have to go to the places where it's happening. So that's why you say you make your own look, because if you're not where it's happening, then it's not going to happen. I mean, sometimes place is everything. It's not like you're, you know, doing IT work or something with something like that. And so where you could be almost anywhere, you have to be where things are happening in that field, right? And sometimes a lot of people's dream jobs are these things that only happen in certain areas, right? So even if you're going to be, let's say, basketball or football, you want to go to where the major teams are, you know? It's not going to be wherever you're at. Things aren't coming to you, right? You're going to them at that level. So again, you have to think about that, right? Yes, there are people who are discovered and all this kind of stuff, but to be honest with you, that's the gambler's story, right? So that's total luck, total happenstance and everything. If you really want to do something, you have to, you know, put in the time and go to the place where it's happening.
That is, I completely agree. And the reason why I said luck is because I actually do think I am currently,
Lucky?
yeah. If you ask my sister, I am very lucky.
Oh, well, good.
Yeah,
Lucky guy.
yeah, because I think the position that I'm in right now, I think it is a dream job s that I wasn't even thinking of because I'm not an office person. I'm really not. So keep me indoors for a couple hours and I might go insane. And
A minute now, he's gonna flip out.
I become someone else. My other aliases.
It's like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of a situation, inside,
Yes.
outside.
Yes, I might remove my hoodie. That's how
Oh
insane I
no!
might get.
Come on, nobody wants to see any of that.
Shirt
That
on.
woman you pissed off last week.
Oh no. But no, I was saying this is because the job I work gets me to work outside pretty frequently. I was on a good week, 3 times out the week, I'm out in the woods doing a whole bunch of things. But and this is a job that I didn't even know about. I just happened to stumble upon it because a different friend of mine gave me an internship. It's like, hey, you should apply for this. I applied for it, didn't know what I was signed up for, and I got the job. And I'm like, oh no, I enjoy this a lot.
So would you say that you like to be outside, even like whenever you were a kid, when you were in like
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Every time I got off the bus, I spent more time playing basketball outside than I did inside. Like I got home from school and then played basketball until the lights came on.
Oh, okay. Till basically you had to go inside.
Yeah, until I just couldn't see anymore because there was definitely times I played in the rain, in the dark, very dangerous.
Playing in the rain or in the dark? In the rain?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Because living in Florida during like hurricane season, it would be pouring.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, then it did not stop me, my friend. We would play until the game was finished, and then we went home.
Then yeah, we're not leaving here until somebody wins, and it's gonna be me.
It might not always be me, but I was going to make someone work to win. That was for sure. You can't get past me easily. But what about you? Dream job. What is your dream? What is your dream
You
job?
want me to get to the dream job already?
Do you have more? Like, oh, actually, we did steps from step one.
You went
four.
from step 1 to step 4.
What's step 2 and 3 then? Yeah,
I have this all planned out. Nobody. Even though I just heard the question a couple minutes ago, I quickly made a outline. No, so front of mind, right? And then we just talked about having to move, maybe potentially, if depending on what your dream job might be, you have to move to the area that it's happening in, which is not quite as as needed nowadays as it has been in the past, perhaps. But you mentioned being outside. You're not going to necessarily live in the Manhattan and go amongst the trees.
Yeah, no.
So unless you work in Central Park, perhaps, but there's not a lot of trees downtown. So then, yeah, you got to move where it's at, and then now I got to think of a number 3 before I get to the luck.
All right,
then you need to meet people who are in that industry.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have to tell people. You have to tell people.
You had me stumped, didn't you? You thought you
No,
had me.
I was with you. I was like, no, if forefront move, you have to tell people. You have to tell people
you have
what
to
you
network,
want.
right?
Absolutely.
And then once you do those 3 things, then luck can happen. Before that, I mean, luck can happen, but the chances of luck happening are probably pretty slim. I mean, if you're just sitting in the trees at home, hey, nobody. I'm going to give you a job someplace else with other people to be sitting in the trees someplace else. But so yeah, there you go. So then you get network, you get to know some people in that industry or in that area, and then that helps you get to the point where you can have a lucky break because somebody takes pity on you, or maybe they see your talent, or maybe It just you just happen to be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I tell my kids, I'm like, the number one thing is you got to show up, because if you don't show up, then nobody's ever going to pick you to do anything because you're
yeah.
not
I'm
there.
gonna take your job. Everyone out there, I'm gonna take your job.
See, because you got to show up. And then when you show up, then they're like, okay, well, we got nobody. We got this woman that hates nobody. We'll take nobody because, this lady's a little bit, sensitive. So we'll take nobody. He's not sensitive.
Oh no, it's actually funny that reminds me of a book I recently read, Will by Will Smith, and that's actually how
the Fresh Prince Will Smith.
Yes, the Fresh Prince Will Smith. That
Really?
That book. Yes,
Okay.
and in the book, mind you, I'm not going to give spoilers for those who actually want to read this book or anything.
But he give away the ending. Spoilers.
Not at all. But he mentions of how he got into the Hollywood scene.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it was
his parents just didn't understand, but it worked out.
You're talking about the French Pension from the show or Will Smith? I can't remember.
No, he had a song called "Your Parents Just Don't Understand." Sorry, I'm throwing an oldie at you there. There's no need to argue. Parents just don't understand.
He did mention that in the book, now that I recall.
Yeah. DJ Jazzy Jeff in Fresh Prince.
That's it. But yeah, no, he says that how he transitioned from Will Smith, I think it was like Will Smith, the TV show at the time, to Will Smith, the movie star?
Movie star, right, yeah.
I think so.
And then before that, he was just a rapper.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was in between one of those stages of either him being a rapper to a TV star or from a TV star to a movie star. One of those two. It was that he was in a location.
Chris Rock.
Yep. Oh no, this is way before. This is way before. I know,
I'm just joking.
But he was in a location and he was like, with no prep time, no anything. He's like, all right, do this scene with us right now. Mm-hmm. And the person was like, no, not at all. Give me 2 weeks and I can come back. And the person was like, yeah, within 2 weeks, everyone in this room isn't going to be here. So either you have now or never.
Right? Yeah, exactly. You gotta be ready.
Yeah. So yeah, that just
unlocked. Now he's a multimillionaire.
Yeah. No, I said it once, and a friend actually explained this to me, and this is the best way to sum up Will Smith. Will Smith is the most relatable person on the planet.
You mean unrelatable as in his persona today, or unrelatable?
Yeah, unrelatable as all the things that he has done in life.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, but he has very down to earth problems that he discusses in the book.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's cool. I'll have to take a look at that.
Yes.
He was trying to do an online thing for a while. I don't know if he still got it going or not.
Yeah, I heard about that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of that early on, but I didn't keep up with it. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
But no, I mean, he was a tenacious guy. That's another thing. His tenacity is he was, trying and trying and trying. I mean, you can't let other people telling you no get in your way of finding the yes. And so you just have to be tenacious and constantly go at it. If that's what you want, that's what you got to do. Even if it, people are saying, no, you don't need to be here, because it may happen. You got to keep trying. So that's we're going to our fifth step then, and after luck, then you just hang in there until it happens. I mean, it may be. I mean, you have to do an iterative kind of thing to where how I want to say that. I think personally, that if you want to do something, you should always just do it, whether you're the worst at it or the best at it. That is inconsequential to whether or not you can do something. If you decide that I want to do something, then you just need to do it. And there'll always be people that tell you no. You're always going to have self-doubt, right? But you have to at least get it to a point where you feel I've accomplished that, in order to just do it for yourself, right? So you can say, I done that, right?
You done it. You gave your
Yeah,
best try.
exactly. Because everybody can't be everything, and so sometimes people are, I don't want to say, they're not really fooling themselves. They want to try something that maybe is a bit beyond their abilities, and you can always sharpen your abilities, right? But sometimes there are things that are
Out your
just
limits.
some people just have things and some people don't. Like, I am never ever going to be able to play, baseball like, whoever. Give me a name. I don't really follow baseball that much, but
Neither do I. The first one that came to mind, for whatever reason, was Michael Jordan. When
right, he played baseball, yeah. But the thing was, Michael Jordan wasn't that good a baseball player. He was everything in basketball, everything, right? Everybody, I want to be like Mike, right? But you know what he wanted to do is he wanted to play baseball, because he had done that, I think, early on, and then basketball obviously was the better opportunity for him, and obviously it worked out.
yeah,
But even still, he wanted to play baseball, and so he did, right? And
he did.
is he playing baseball now? No, because he wasn't that good at it.
Jackie Robinson. Why couldn't I think of him
Oh well,
first?
Jackie Robinson. He didn't play basketball, but but Michael Jordan's a perfect example of somebody who had, you probably would have, during that time, everybody told him he was nuts to go play baseball. If you remember the news back then, they were all like, what the hell is he doing? Here's the world's greatest basketball player, and he's farting around playing baseball. You know what I mean? He's going to hurt himself. He's going to, lose all this because something's going to happen. But he's like, no, I want to play baseball, and he went and did it. And that's the kind of attitude for anything, dream job or anything, that you have to have is, I'm going to do it. And I mean, at that point, he had attained, obviously, he probably had more than enough money if he did hurt himself or anything. But that's beside the point. The thing is that, he had a tough go because his father was murdered, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure that weighed heavily. And he's like, I have to accomplish these things I want to accomplish. And one of them was to play baseball.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's a perfect example of being tenacious. I mean, I can imagine how many people told him he was an idiot for doing it. And these are people that he probably respected and trusted because they were involved in his business, and they were telling him not to. And he's like, you know what? This is something I just got to do.
Just you're with me or you're not, or you're either with me or you're not. But I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it, and he did it. And that's an interesting case, because here you have somebody that's uber successful, and then he goes off and does something where he's really not that successful. I don't. Did they win anything when he was on that team?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. What I remember reading at the time was that he bought him a new bus because he was tired of running around in their old crappy bus, and he had the money to do that, right? And I think he upgraded his. When they stayed places, he helped finance them to be at better hotels and things, because it was hard for him as a celebrity to be doing that, and he needed a little bit more privacy, and so he paid for those things, and he paid for those things for the rest of the team as well. I believe. I think he paid for everything that the baseball organization couldn't afford. But
that's great.
That he could do that. He had the means, and he then attained his goal, which was to be a minor league baseball player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, and who wouldn't? I mean, I can only imagine at the time that baseball team had sold out crowds because Michael Jordan was playing baseball. Don't you think?
I think so. Yeah, because it's Michael Jordan.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. So step one, put in your forefront. Step two was go 2 words at. Step 3 was
Meet people. Network.
Meet people.
Step
Step
4
4,
is luck.
luck. Step 5, be tenacious.
Tenacious.
There we go.
There you go. 5
All
steps.
right.
Let's write a book, Mr. Nobody. Will Smith's got a book. Why we can write a book. We got a 5-step plan to attain your dream job. Sounds pretty good. If anybody's listening, if it works for anybody, you can be on the cover. It worked for me. These 5 steps.
Someone will
With
buy
a
it.
thumbs up and everything, you know.
Someone will buy it.
Someone will. Yeah, exactly. You got to slow it on the Mars.
We
We're
gotta
going to
process.
attain our goals, or at least we will accomplish what we set out to do. Doesn't necessarily mean we're going to be uber successful, but
Yes. Look,
that's, I mean, in monetarily.
yeah, you have to stay reasonable too, because if it's like, oh, just throwing this out here, it's like, oh, I want to learn how to fly. Was like, grow wings out your back and fly.
Right.
I'm sorry, but human evolution has not given you that ability.
Now,
to do that.
you say that, but you're talking to a blue cat.
You know, you make a valid point. I am talking to a blue cat right now.
I can tell you right now that if somebody wants to fly, that we can simulate them flying with technology. So you can't necessarily fly in reality, but you can certainly fly with the help of technology.
Well, and that's the hidden 6th step right there. You have to get to the end of the chapter. To get to that one.
No, we
Is
got to
that you
stick
might
with
have
5.
to-
I always stick with 5 is the good number. 6 is the next book. That's 6
I just
through
said it was the
11
hidden
or
step.
something. Yeah.
Like if you made it this far, guess what? There's bonus content.
That's right. Bonus content. Exactly.
That someone you have to-
Downloadable.
Exactly. What you want is attainable. You might just have to go about it in a
Right.
different
Exactly. Our 5-step process with extra steps beyond that. So yeah, but so, yeah, I wouldn't say that anything's impossible at this point. At this point in time, there's almost nothing that is impossible. I mean, you have to be a little bit creative.
Yeah.
But
Says
I
the
wouldn't say
blue
that
talking
it's
side-eyed
impossible.
cat.
That's right. You could be. I want to be a cartoon character. Boom! I'm a cartoon character. I mean, it took a little work, but other than that,
I think that's
we're
1 through 5.
good. We are good. Are we supposed to be? I feel so inspirational right now, Mr. Nobody.
All right.
Is that what I'm supposed to be feeling? Inspiration?
That's how you feel. That's how you're supposed to be feeling right now.
Oh, okay, good. Don't let the people keep you down. You gotta do what you want, no matter what.
Yes.
So
Glad I
now
can
we
bring
talk
it
about do you tell me your dream job first, or what's our next step here?
I want to have you start with your dream job first. What is your dream job?
Wow. Well. So I would say since I was probably a young lad,
Ooh.
I've been involved. I've loved media and so forth, right? So
Okay.
creating things. Obviously, this is a creation that you're looking at and listening to, and I do create things constantly. So I would say that in one regard, I do have my dream occupation. But it's not really a job because I don't get paid directly like you would get paid. So usually when people talk about a job, there's usually a paycheck behind it, right? So I do have I have attained my dream occupation of being a creative person, but I don't necessarily have people just throwing money at me. At least not yet. Who knows?
Not yet. Not yet.
Who knows? Maybe someday there will be, but in the interim, I'm just going to create. And so, yeah, so I kind of have attained doing this is a dream job.
Okay.
I could have never imagined being a young Bob LeMent that I would be talking to people all over the country, nay, all around the world, and being goofy like I am. There was no outlet for that back then, and because of time and just keeping at things, I've been able to do that. So yeah, it's been fantastic. Let me tell you a little story, Mr. Nobody. No.
I'm all ears.
So back in
Nobody's listening.
back in around the year 2000, which has been 24 years ago,
Yes.
I was interviewed for a now defunct, unfortunately, website called now.com.
Now.com.
And it was the next big thing to happen on the internet back in the 2000s, right? It was an online multimedia magazine style thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was based in, I'm giving you a little suspense there, London, England. And they reached out to little old Bob and asked him about creating things, media for the internet. Now, think about this. I mean, you probably weren't even born in 2000, so maybe you don't remember. You're just like, you know.
Oh, no, I was there. I was 2. I was 2.
2, yeah, see, 2 years old.
Couldn't remember a thing, but I was there.
But I'm just telling you, it's the wildest thing because at that point in time, I mean, the internet hadn't developed to what it is today, obviously. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I did an interview. I had to get up at 3:30 in the morning, I think, and I did an interview with Now.com on, of all things, a stupid telephone because we didn't have all this cool stuff we're doing now. But yeah, so, and that was something that was just blew me away. And so I'm just saying that we've come so far, basically, and all these things happen, and more people can have that experience. At the time, I was just like, "This is amazing." I mean, who would have ever wanted to talk to me about anything, especially anybody from so far away, and at the time, which was an emerging kind of thing. Think of it as like, I'm trying to think of what like Slate or any of these kind of online magazines, they were all starting to come around that time period. So, but yeah, it was mind blowing. So I had that experience a long time ago, which unfortunately fueled this fantasy that I could keep doing it for so long. So, so yeah, that we're here today doing all this. I'm not Joe Rogan, but everybody can't be. Everybody's not getting Spotify money, so maybe one day me and Mr. Nobody will both be getting Spotify money.
Oh, hopefully, I'm working on it. I'm trying.
Exactly. You just gotta stick with it and do what you do. Yeah, but just keep going. That's the thing. I mean, as long as you kind of the primary objective was just to create things, and so I'm still doing that. But, the secondary objective is always, you want to pad your pockets. Come on.
Oh, yeah. I've definitely said I want to get paid for doing the things that I enjoy.
Exactly. Everybody does. No kidding. Yes. So what's your dream gig?
So I'll follow your lead. So when I was growing up, my dream job was to be a spy, just because it just seemed so cool as a kid watching it on TV and everything. But yes, no, I wanted to be a spy because I think that's what would have been the coolest job ever. Being able to go around the country, do whatever, put my sneaky skill to use.
Yes, as we know, you are an avid stealer of people's possessions.
Exactly. I'm like, I can do this. It's also one of the reasons why I learn multiple languages, Spanish, Arabic, Russian. But as time went on, and I'm just thinking, I'm like, oh, maybe it's too late for me to become a full-fledged spy. Currently, maybe.
No, you could. There's always going to be opportunity. You know what I mean?
I'm putting the message out.
I mean, maybe you can't be the guy who jumps out of
the planes and everything. I can't be
without a parachute kind of a situation, but yeah, I mean, you could be the guy who has the umbrella and sticks the guy in the leg to inject the radioactive isotope into him. It kills him.
It's true.
I mean, it doesn't take a lot of skill to do that. You just gotta walk down the street and stick them with an umbrella.
Yeah.
Have you been to the Spy Museum in D.C., by the way?
I have not, but I do.
You have to go there. There's an International Spy Museum in Washington.
The next time I'm in D.C., I have to go to the Spy Museum. I'll put that on my bucket list. But as time went on, like I said earlier, I think I'm currently in my dream job just because I'm really am enjoying what I'm doing.
You're spying on the trees.
Oh yeah, I'm the Lorax. I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees.
It's for the trees.
I like that. That's spot on. But no, as of right now, I'm enjoying what I do. There's great benefits and everything. But if I'm being completely honest with you,
yeah, the benefits are probably pretty good.
My dream job is not to have a job.
Oh well, yeah. Now come on, now.
Yeah,
but then what would you do?
Cheating.
Here's the thing. I always say. So everybody says that, right? I don't want to work or whatever, right? But you got to do something. I mean, are you going to just sit around and watch TV all day?
Oh no. No, absolutely not.
Would you be like a philanthropist, or would you be, what would you do if you had all that time?
So with all that time, I'll explore the world. I'll explore the world with whoever I could. I would probably, to the best of my ability, take my family and friends with me. But with that said, it's not me just like, oh, I just want to sit down and everything. I want to work until I can get to a point to where I can just post for the rest.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, because I feel like it's a shame that so many people have to basically work until they die and not really get to enjoy life. So I want to do not that. I want to work hard enough, well enough to where I have a reserve of money in my pocket, and so I can just take it, so I can enjoy the later years of my life.
Now I'm gonna pose a question to you about the statement "work until you die." So you have to. Now I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here a little bit.
I like this.
You have to think about that. So chances are, and maybe I'm gonna be wrong because maybe you have somebody in mind or something. But if you want certain things, then you have to work in order to attain those things. If you want almost nothing, then work becomes less a focus, right? So let's just say if you want, so if you want to have a family, right? You want to get married, you want to have kids or something, you got to work. There's just no two ways about it.
Yeah.
You're stuck at that point. Whenever they call it the marriage is the trap, that's what they're talking about, because you got to work, because you got to pay for everything, right? But if you stayed by yourself and you ate, just a little bit, you could sustain yourself on very little, then you would have money for some other things. So I think if you want to travel, there's ways to do that. I mean, especially nowadays, there's ways to travel while you are working if you have a distance kind of situation, and can work at a distance. And if you're just supporting yourself, then you don't have to have a whole lot to do that. Now it could be kind of lonely.
Oh yeah.
But it is possible. And so I think a lot of times what people do is they get caught in the trap of, I want it all and then some, right? And that's where you trap yourself into doing these things. Like, I want to have a brand new BMW. Well, guess what? You just trapped yourself into working for quite some time. So you have to think about all these kind of things. I want to have the latest phone. Yep, that's work.
Yeah,
everything. Tie everything back to work, and you maybe make your decisions differently. You know what I mean? I want to eat out every night. Guess what? That's a whole lot of work. If you would just get yourself a 50-pound bag of rice and some peanut butter or something, you probably could live pretty cheap.
That is
so you know what I mean? So I think what happens is there is a lifestyle you can have and not have to work very much, but do you want that lifestyle?
That is true. And
now you like to live among the trees. Heck, you don't even need a place. Just get a tent. Go camping all the time and eat pine cones and acorns and stuff, and you'll be set.
You'll be fine. But
you'll be living the dream.
Pros and cons to everything. You just got to choose which one.
You can. If you walk everywhere, then you don't need a car. You don't have to pay for any of that. So I mean, I think that the problem is that people buy into the marketing of a lot of things, and so therefore they're like, I need,
I
or I
need the
want.
newest thing. I
Yeah.
need the.
And because if you want to travel, like if traveling's your thing, right? There is the potential now more than ever before for you to have some position where you can do that, and people are doing it. And so yeah, I mean, it may be tough sometimes, but it's there. It's not like it used to be where you couldn't do that. So all these things exist now, but I think the hard part is that you want to maintain a certain lifestyle that is depicted in the media. Then no, you can't do it. And I think that's why it's that's part of the world, because they want to keep you working to keep getting your money so you can maintain that lifestyle.
The lifestyle, your dream scenario.
Exactly. And then you get stuck on the treadmill, right? So they call it the rat race, right? You hear the rat race, the treadmill, whatever you want to call it. You get stuck in that because you're looking to those things to be fulfilled. So you really got to sit down and think. If you follow our 5-step dream job program that we laid out here, only costs $5.95, and you can attain that dream job. We've got a new book coming out called Lifestyle Choices in 10 Easy Steps that we're working on next, me and Mr. Nobody. And that's even cheaper. That's only like $3.99.
Yeah,
but it's a monthly charge. It's a subscription. So
I like the way you think. It's gonna be me, Bob, Tyler Unperceived will be joining us.
Yeah, and then we'll you just pay us to $3.99 every month, and then we'll make sure you keep your lifestyle choices in check.
Yeah.
Listen to us.
Look, I know you said you had to get out of here. Before you go, can you please tell the audience where they can find you or share anything you want? The floor is yours.
Oh, okay. Well, heck, I don't know. I never think about these things. I'm always bad at this part. This is like the networking self-promotion, step number 4, or step number 3, I'm sorry, of our 5-step program. Now, you can catch me at staticradio.com and Static Radio at all the socials, but you don't have to. I just enjoy talking to Mr. Nobody and having fun pondering the riddles of the world here. Yes. I think we solved some, and I think that anybody listening who felt like they got anything out of this, they need to hit up Mr. Nobody's Patreon, patreon.com/Mr. Nobody, whatever it is. You better get that before this airs. And
that's actually really funny. No, but the Patreon for us is Patreon at Not Enough Questions Pod.
Oh, sorry.
I've said it wrong so many times. I called it Not Enough Questions, Not Enough Questions Podcast. No, it's Not Enough Questions Pod.
Yeah. So, if you got anything out of this, give them $5 at Not Enough Questions Pod on Patreon.
Thank you. And then before I let you go, I always like to do a thing, and that thing is usually, for me personally, it's usually a quote. But it can be anything. But a call to action, something you want to shout out, and that actually reminds me. First, I want to shout out my friend Joseph for giving me equipment to travel to do the podcast when I'm not home. Really, really big. Thank you for that. And then a quote that I found randomly actually is something. I'm reading this right off my phone because I'm going to mess it up. But the quote is from an unknown person. Like, I really just heard this one day. I don't know when I heard it, but from an unknown person. But the quote is, "The magic you're looking for is in the work you're avoiding." That's it. That is the quote. That's it. So my little send off to everyone is, don't forget to ask yourself, ask others, and never stop asking questions. See you.
Oh, hey, see you later.